What's going on, everybody? Back at you with another breakdown against the Green Bay Packers. Well, Green Bay Packers against the San Francisco 49ers. And let's see how this game ends up. Let's get this full screen going. And let's go right out of the gate. You're going to see Jimmy under center, what they did a lot that year. They're probably going to run the ball. Look at all these guys getting pushed back. All that pushback amounts to nothing. Who blocked that guy? So he could. Number 55? Yeah, he's just on the ground and then gets up, grabs his legs. There's really nothing you can do about that, I guess. That's tough. That is tough. Alright, next play. They do a toss, right? Look at the defensive end, guys. Let's go back. Watch the D end. He crashes inside and turns his head, turns his shoulder, allows the running back to get outside. See, the defensive end, he allows the whole outside right here. This defensive end should have been outside right here making this play. But instead, he crashes inside and then gets cut blocked. And now you got a corner coming up and can't do anything. That's an easy 5 to whatever amount of yards you want every time on the defensive end if he crashes inside. I say it every time and I will never stop saying it until the day I die. That's just the way the game is played. Now we just got a quick pass to the outside. Let's see how they play this. He actually should have passed right here, guys. So this tells me that Rodgers was not really trying to complete this for anything more. He wasn't trying to get this third down completed, guys. Because right here, as a quarterback, you can see this linebacker's already committed. Like, no. Like, you would never just make this read, guys. This isn't a read that you're ever taught to make. Because you're reading this linebacker. Because this is a flood concept. So you're reading. This linebacker has already opened his shoulders to the sideline. So that tells you he's running to the sideline. If he were to just backpedal, that would tell you that he's taking the guy on the curl. But the fact that he turned his shoulders, that's telling you he's taking this guy on the out or the flat route. So he runs there and he already makes a decision. So that tells me he wasn't even dissecting. He decided what he was throwing before the play started. So that's not something Aaron Rodgers ever does. So that tells me that was predetermined. So whatever, sure. This game is real, right? The NFL is real, right? Guys are predetermining where they're throwing the ball beforehand. I want to see what the defensive end did here. So he crashed inside and then goes upfield. Wow, that's not what you're on this play, guys. He did his own thing, guys. I'm going to promise you this. Let's go back. Let's go back. That really ticked me off. Like, look, what do you... So let's show you here. So you're supposed to stop right here. You realize there's play action. You got to stop here and you got to actually run with this. That's what you're taught. You would never run up at this ever because you're in no man's land right now. So now you're in no man's land. You're doing nothing. You're not going to get to him. You're not even going to tip the pass. You're literally in no man's land. He should have stayed back here, taken this or that. But preferably this because you got two guys here. They would take that eventually. But this is not what the defensive end is taught to do. So that's what happens when you do your own thing. Sorry guys, I got a new mic. I'm kind of adjusting to all this right now. I'm trying to get used to all this. Alright, here we go. Next play. Right there, wide open. He's not throwing there for whatever reason. Oh, that's why. So it looks like that's a soft, and I mean very, very soft cover too. But they also did manipulate the zone a little. This linebacker, yeah, he can't really go deeper because this guy's coming in. So they just manipulated the zone. One of the very few plays that I would say is... Whoa, I was going to say this play was not fake, but then he almost went all the way for a touchdown there. Like, oh my God. Like, this guy really almost went all the way for a touchdown. This guy trips up and he got tripped by the 40-yard line. Wow. That's something else. He really almost took that to the house. Alright, next play. They do play action. Alright, let's see how this happens, guys. What's going on over here? So the defensive end, so he went upfield too much. See, this is why they tell you to go upfield 2 yards. So he should have stopped right here. And then you would see this running back is going right upfield. So if you stop right here, guess what? You could plant and jump in and make a play. But this guy takes himself out of play. This guy is just, I don't know what he's doing. This guy just falls to the ground. Like, what is that? Like, what type of technique is this? First of all, why is he standing up? He's a defensive tackle and he's standing up and just falls down, guys. Like, does that seem like anything that a defensive tackle would do? He would just stand up, first of all, not be in a 3-point or 4-point stance, and then falls to a 4-point stance anyway. And so why not start there if you're going to be there? And then falls to his face and tries to get back up and just falls again. Is that what anyone is taught? Does that seem legitimate? Does that seem nice? And then what is that? What's going on with this right here? What's up with that? Dives at nothing? Like, what's up with that? Dives at nothing? And then this guy's just striding in the park, having a good old time. How about that? Yeah, that's what the guy chasing you was doing. He had a funner time than you, and you scored. All right, next play. Wide open, won't throw it there. But we already know the Packers are losing this one. They're just going to keep shaming this guy. Maybe he'll win a Super Bowl before he retires. Probably not. Inside, wide open. And he'd rather spin around and get sacked. Yeah, so he has a wide open guy, guys. Wide open man. So it's what? 3rd and 7. I guarantee you, I'm going to run this real quick. If he throws this to this guy, which we know he has done a trillion times before on a slant pattern, this guy catches it. He runs it up in here. He has a blocker right there on this guy. He's going to make it interesting. I'm not saying he's going to get the first, but he's going to make it interesting. You got a blocker there, and then this guy potentially is another blocker. You stay away from that guy. You got 2-on-2, and then you make a move. That play is interesting, but instead he's looking over here where there's matchup is actually fine. I mean, this guy could get open, but he hasn't declared any route yet. This guy's declared a route. We know he's doing an in or slant. He's open already, so I don't know what we're even looking at here. So he doesn't even look at this direction. And then let's look at the defensive end now. Let's see. Let's watch what Boza did. Boza goes upfield, crashes inside even a little bit, but actually he's squeezing the pocket. Then he gets shoved out by the other D end, and then finally gets pulled down. So that was manufactured. Aaron Rodgers didn't even look to the right. He had a wide open guy for the potential first down and chose to take a sack. But somehow the NFL is real. For the life of me, I'll never understand it. And right now, we're seeing a punt. And what do I always tell you guys? When we see a punt, expect something bad or good, depending on what team you're rooting for, I guess, right? Bad if it's on the offense, good if it's for the defense, right? Depending, well, who's on offense and defense when you're doing on punt? I guess the return team would be the offense, right? So let's see what happens here. Okay, like, wait. So you're telling me, why is he doing that? Anybody that's a gunner, are you taught to just run upfield like a chicken with his head cut off and not... He should, right now, the ball is already almost caught. You're not going to get there before the ball. Right now, he can see that ball. So right now, you should be breaking down. Instead of breaking down and slowing down to gear your feet so you can actually make the play, he goes full speed torpedo mode and just runs in and just dives at nothing. You thought that was better than breaking down and at least making him change directions if nothing else? You thought that was better, huh? And these are our NFL stars, right? These are our players we look up to, right? Can't even make a simple tackle. All right, next play. We have a guy running upfield wide open. Is he going to see him? And he's going to throw it in the dirt. Whoops. Next play. Oh, they called holding on the defense. Personal foul, defense. Hands to the face. That's what it was. I don't want to see the whole thing. Let's. Oh, he went low on the quarterback. Okay, guys, I see what it was. He went low on the quarterback. 3rd and 6. Here we go. Next play. Hikes it. Drops it back. Stepping sideways and upward. Takes a sack. Let's see here though. Let's see what they did from the beginning though. It looks like a man. They're in man. Outside rush. DN never rushes upfield, so it's a delay rush almost. And so all that time and he couldn't get rid of the ball? That seems manufactured to me. That doesn't seem real. How would you take a sack in that situation? Like, you wouldn't at least throw it away to make it an easier kick for your kicker? So you're telling me that you're just going to lose 10 yards on this, even though you have a good kicker, I know, but still, why would you make your kicker's job harder? I know your coach, which his coach is Kyle Shanahan, I know he told you to not take a sack. Unless he told you to take a sack for the rig and for the points. Only he will know that answer, I guess. We'll never know. So on 2nd and 4, Green Bay has really had no offense, and they decide to run a screen to number 33. We know that number is relevant. And what happens with 85 that he can't block this cornerback? Oh, he completely over pursues and just doesn't block him. Let's watch this fabulous block made by this guy. Goes up and doesn't touch a soul. Look at him. Doesn't touch him. Let's watch it one more time for the guy that gets paid millions of dollars to not block a soul. He was supposed to block 41, and he goes up and says, "Hey, bud," and does nothing. He still doesn't even touch him. But I guess at that point, you don't want him to clip him, make the matter worse. Bad enough you didn't block him. You don't want to make it worse and clip him, add 15, and make you lose that on the end of the yardage. That's the last thing anyone would want. Open. And instead of throwing, he takes a sack fumble after a guy doesn't make a block. Look at 77. Look at him. Is that a great block or is it a great block? Look at 77. Lets him right through. Let's watch him again. Everyone kicks back except for him. Right through, untouched. And then let's count the Mississippis too. Let's see how long it takes. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi. Right now he knows he has no time, and instead of avoiding the rush, he takes the sack fumble. So this was on time, guys. This one was scheduled because right now he sees these guys are open. Like right there, like throw the ball. Throw it. You could throw it away at this point. You know you don't have the time. You've counted your 3 seconds in your clock, which every quarterback does in every play. On every play, every quarterback counts 3 seconds because they know they have that amount of time at most on their best day. So he knew he didn't have the time to do this. He chose to just stay in the same spot, knowing he's a target, gets hit, loses the ball purposely, and now we have another turnover for the Packers going to the 49ers. Look at this. Drops it down. Doesn't even get hit. Look at how he like drops it back. Watch. Look at him. He flew it back, guys. He didn't even get hit. He threw the ball back to avoid getting his arm hit, guys. Like I could slow it down, but I don't want to dignify the play. Like I don't want to take what's little left of heart guys have left for the NFL. Because if I show you that this man just threw the ball back, you guys won't watch another game of this stupid sport. Well, the sport, I take that back. I love the sport. It's the greatest sport known to mankind. But what the NFL has done to it, saturating it with all this fake stuff, they have really destroyed it, man. They really have made it hard to watch. Like, look at this. What is it? 83, 23? What is that? Like, I know you're getting blocked. Defensive end, what is he doing? He going upfield way too much and crashed inside. So let's see. If he does his job, goes outside this guy, outside arm, free, take the impact with your right shoulder, leave your left arm free. If he does that, see, he flies upfield. He flies upfield. You're not taught to do this, guys. This isn't something you're taught. He was supposed to go outside leg and go to the outside. Because you see how the corner did it? This guy's supposed to do the same thing on this guy. So these two guys should look the same on the same people. And that would force the running back to go inside. And then there's no gain to be had because everyone's doing their job. But right now, 55 is doing his own damn thing. You're not taught to go upfield and do this under any circumstance. You're never taught to do that, guys. He's doing his own thing. He's trying to be a hero. He's trying to make a play that he thinks he can make. But only a superhero makes a play like that. I'm talking Lawrence Taylor type players make plays like that. A guy like him is not going to make this play. Now all he did is create a natural lane for this guy to go upfield. And I saw that coming a mile away. I didn't know this play was going to happen, but it all starts at the line of scrimmage, guys. And me playing safety for as long as I did, I see things like that develop so quickly, but it happens so slow from where I'm seeing it happen. It happens so slow, and I see it all the time, and I'm telling guys all the time, outside arm free, so much I'm like a broken record. And I'm seeing guys at this level do it every time. It's frustrating, if nothing else. It's just frustrating to just see it. So I emphasize it more than anything else. The D-end actually did the right thing this time. He kept everything inside, outside arm free. But the thing is, where is his other guys at? Where are the linebackers? Like, what is going on? Let's see this again. Alright, so linebackers are kind of deep. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 yards deep. Why is he so deep? These are 6, 5, almost 6 yards deep. They should be at 4.5 yards. Why are they so deep? That alone tells me they're giving up the run. They're next to the cornerback. This is a corner. They're on the same level as a corner. That looks like maybe a safety. Why are they on the same level? That alone should tell you that something weird's going on. So we already know what's going on here. He did the right thing for once. Guy cuts up the field. Look at how deep the linebacker is. He's so deep that allows the lineman to get to you. Alright, and then the other linebacker on this side, what'd he do? What'd this guy do? He's in man. So then this guy sits in, allows the blocker to get on him, and that's all she wrote. Sayonara. And the corner goes for a ride and makes the lucky tackle. The corner makes a lucky tackle, dives in, and he just makes a lucky tackle. That's all that was. A motion in, and he follows his block. Alright, what's going on with where's my defensive end on this play? D-end, let's watch. So outside backer, defensive end, what do they both do? So they both crash inside. What do I tell you guys every time? If the defensive end crashes inside, the play is ruined. So now you're asking a middle linebacker. Alright, let's see what these guys are asking the middle linebacker to do. So these are the only two guys responsible for the outside part of the field. Anything out here, these two guys have to get that. This guy's responsibility is the middle, really. He's not supposed to make a play over here. Or over here. His play is in the middle to make. Anything in the middle is him. Same with this guy. This is his backup. These two are each other's backup. So you're asking this guy to make this play out here when you guys are crashing inside and destroying the play? Watch. They crash inside. Now this guy has to get all the way out there on these fast boys. If he makes this play, he's incredible. He can't. You can't ask him to do that. And then Debo just hits this guy off his balance, and then he doesn't fight to get off the block. So this was a on-time touchdown. Right on time, right on the clock. Look at your watch, and it's going right on in. Like, come on now. But you guys think this stuff is real? All you got to do is watch the tape and analyze it, and the tape tells you the truth. The eye in the sky tells you the lie, like they always say. Come on now, we want to go. All right, here we go. Let's watch the D-ends. Straight up field. Blocking is good. They're probably going to let the Packers score now because people are probably getting irritable watching this horrible looking game of football. I love football, but this has been hard to watch, guys. We already know they're going to let the Packers probably score on this drive. It would only make sense. It would only be predictable, right? Whoa, 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 whoa. What was that? So let's watch the DNs. What do? They both go upfield. This guy doesn't fight to get off the block. This DN, at some point, you got to swim off of this and get off. You got to swim off and make that tackle. So that's on the D end. But where's the D tackles at? D tackles are getting washed. Both of them are getting washed down the field. So D tackles are getting washed down the field, and this DN takes himself out of the play. And then these two linebackers are getting cut off blocked. So then that allows the running back to get upfield. That's all running game is. It's the D lineman. If your D lineman get washed or go upfield too much or crash inside, you're giving something up. Crashes inside, guys. But it worked out for once, right? Look at this, guys. You wouldn't believe it. The one time this guy crashes inside, every other time he's gotten screwed. But they fumble a snap, first of all, guys. So just keep this in mind. Aaron Rodgers, one of the best quarterbacks of our generation, it can't get a snap from under center in a divisional playoff game, all right? So if anyone's believing any of that, you can miss me with that. That is not ever going to be the case. Aaron Rodgers is not going to fumble a snap. Okay, but let's give you the benefit of the doubt. Let's say he does fumble this snap. How does the guy that crashed inside, does the complete wrong thing, crashes inside, and this thing falls in his lap? Look at that. It falls in his lap, crashes inside, and he falls on it. Like, get out of here, guys. This game is so fake. This is fake football we're watching. This isn't real. It's so predictable. So they make him just fumble that. They just made Rodgers just throw a duck of a game out, and people think this football stuff is real. He's not even making reads. He's just doing whatever just to get through the game. Goes upfield. What is this guy doing? See, as a linebacker, like, I like the aggression, but a little less aggression, because the thing is, if you're going to take this block on, you got to shove him back and allow this guy to buy time for your other linebacker to get there. He didn't do that. He went in too fast at the block and turned this fullback shoulder. So really, you want to go this speed the whole time and then meet him there. That buys time for him to get behind you. You know what I mean? Because he has to get away from this guy. If you get there too quickly, then it's going to overwhelm him, and he's not going to know which way to go. And that's what happened. It happens all the time. See, now he doesn't know where to go. He's like, ah, shoot. So he went all the way to the right, and that messes everybody up. And now at this point, I can't explain any of this. This is just guys just diving and pinballing. So you're going to have a guy dive and a pinball, a dive and a missed pinball, and then another dive on the back and go for a ride. PLCT. That's a classic one. Alright, fresh off the PLCT, we get a run up the middle. What is going on with the D linemen? Let's see. They all come upfield and run by like they don't know it's a run. Look at this. Let's watch all of them just rush upfield as if you're ever taught to do that. Look at this. Right upfield, right upfield, right upfield. No one does lane responsibilities at all. They just go upfield like as if someone told them to do that. It's almost as if someone went into their huddle and said, just for this play, guys, don't care about lane responsibilities or gap responsibilities. Everybody just run upfield. That's what it really looked like on this play. I want to watch it again because this is like something I don't really ever see too often. This looks manufactured. Guys aren't taught to just do that. Look at this. Everyone just goes upfield. Even if you were to blitz everyone like that, you wouldn't blitz in that fashion and leave the whole C gap open. Like, come on, bro. Like, they left the whole C gap open for him to get a whole 10 yards on a 3rd and 2. But the NFL is real somehow, right? Okay, right. So, 3rd and 8. That looked like it was going in the dirt almost. This guy just lets him catch it. And another field goal. Looks like this thing is gonna be good right down the middle. Alright, whatever. So they're just shaming the guy, huh? Send him right down the middle. Oh, so now all of a sudden, see how accurate I want you guys to remember that slant pattern where he wouldn't even look at the guy? But now that guy was running like a 2-3 yard slant. This guy's running what, like a 12-yard slant. But actually, if you count the yards that he's standing back there, it's 12 plus another 8 yards. So this is a 20-yard pass he's making on a line right there. Really, actually, it's like an 18-yard pass on a line, and you're telling me he couldn't make that other pass? Now all of a sudden he's down 20-0. Now all of a sudden he's gonna get his points in all his drives, right? Miraculously, now he's gonna be able to get points on the board, right? Just the way Vegas wanted it. Ridiculous. Oh, little half-ass twist, and he throws it right to the other team. Made me eat my words. Yeah, we already know this one was on purpose. We know how accurate this guy is. I'm gonna look at his. Oh yeah, look at his throwing mechanics. He's throwing this with no heart. Look at this guy. Look at his off his back foot, lackadaisical, no effort. This was just thrown right to the other team on purpose, guys. Look at this. Look at his motion, off his back foot, no motion, swaying his arms, leaning to the left. Like, come on, guys. He's not throwing this ball properly. Yeah, so I guess they got to him. Like, he must owe some money to some mafia guys or something, man. Because this is like almost a decade of just blunder after blunder in the playoffs, man. Like, he goes crazy in the regular season, and then for some reason it's like they're like, in the playoffs you cannot perform anymore. We don't care. You got your Super Bowl, and now you must obey. That's what it feels like. It feels like a lot of obeying. Let's see what happens here. This guy goes upfield. Look at the D tackles. Why do they all slide with them? Like, they're allowing these guys. Like, this guy is walking over. You see him? Look at 93 or 7. This guy, he's walking over. So why are you walking left? No, you should. If he should have just stayed right here. If this guy wants to slide that way, let him, and you stay here. Look, stay there. And guess what? The running back comes right to you. Like, why would you move with him? That doesn't make sense. You would never do that. That's why I tell you guys, this stuff is choreographed. It's like ballet on a field. It's ballet football. All right. D end, way upfield, stays outside. He took himself out of the play and gave a natural lane. Look at this D end. Natural lane on purpose. Like, come on, guys. Like, this is so stupid. But people think the NFL is real. How could this be real? Where are defensive ends taught to go 5 yards outside and up the field like this? Where are you taught to do this, guys? Like, I want a defensive end to tell me where you're taught to ever do that. You're not. He basically just parted the Red Sea and gave him the touchdown. That's all that happened there. That's not real football. That's not how you play. That's not how you game plan. That's not how you move. That's not how you execute. That's not what you're taught. Like, if you were even to do that at the 8th grade level, your coach would be ripping you a new one. Like, you best believe that. If you did that even at any level of football, only in the NFL can anyone play that way. That's crazy. I'm about to start looking at some college tape to see if they do that in college, because I don't really watch college football because it's kind of boring to me. Games are longer, slower. Clock stops after every first down, so like those breakdowns would take so long. But I might look into that. I might have to. It might have to be my duty. Look at this DN. He crashes inside. See, and they run a screen, guys. See, let's see what this defensive end was supposed to do. So what he should have done is hit him right there and stay there. Wait till you know what's going on. Because right now, you don't know what's happening. You can't just rush in as you crash inside, especially with his back peeling outside. He's supposed to be on the outside arm, and he's really supposed to take that, or at least push this guy. And then you'd be in position to actually play this. And that's what they did. They played against his aggressiveness, which they told him to do. Because they need Green Bay to get some points now, even though Aaron Rodgers is throwing the team the ball on purpose. He's throwing the other team the ball on purpose. Yeah, he's doing it on purpose. I didn't stutter. Anyone that believes otherwise, I'd love to hear your explanation on how you believe otherwise. And you're telling me that The 49ers didn't let them score here on purpose. Like, look at this. What type of defense is this where you would leave one guy in the middle? So they're in man, right? Green Bay sends everybody off. They just run them all these three guys off. Why would you be in man coverage anyway? This isn't, it's first and goal. Why would you be in man coverage? You'd be in zone coverage. You're in the goal line area. You're inside the 10. You want to be facing the quarterback. You don't want to give them spots to throw the ball. This isn't a game plan that a coach would do. You never play man in zone. Well, you could play your corners, man, but you wouldn't put everyone in man. It causes too much confusion. Guys can pick route you. Like, it's just more harm than good happens in man, and you see it all the time, and they do it right now. We have the evidence, we have the stats, we have time, history to show us that playing man coverage does not work, especially inside the 20-yard line. So anyway, they run these guys off. Now it's one guy in the middle, and of course they run a screen. All these guys are on the field after they just ran a screen. Like, your defensive coach wouldn't tell you that it's coming again, right? But they didn't know, right? They all run upfield, and then there's no one there to make the tackle. Okay, right. That's real football. So they're back on defense, the Packers, that is. DNs. Look at this guy. Look at the DN, guys. Doing someone else's job. Crashes in. All he was supposed to do is make the play there. And you guys say the NFL's real. 55 is supposed to go upfield and just wait. And then that's your play right there to make. If 55 just does what he's supposed to do, he makes the play. But instead he's jogging, watching his guys try to make the play as the guy just walks out of bounds after getting shoved with a shoulder. I just want to chin check some of these guys sometimes. It's just so annoying. And then this DN, let's watch this DN crash inside. Let's watch number 91 crash inside and give up the outside on this side. Look at this. What are you doing? Why would you do that to your team? They literally did it 2 times in a row. 2 separate times, different side. What he should have done is go outside, wait, and then you make the play. That's what he should have done. But instead he crashes inside and does the same thing his teammate did on the other side. And good for Shanahan. I would do the same thing. If your defensive ends are going to keep crashing inside, I would keep doing this with Deebo Samuel. Keep running wide receiver screen. Keep running jet sweep if your D ends want to keep crashing inside. But the thing is, they were told to do that. Because if you watch the tape, if you watch tape on the Packers, on the games that they win, their DNs don't do that. They only do it on the games they're supposed to lose. On specific plays. See, right now they're not crashing inside. Why is he not crashing inside now? He's being held, but they're not going to call it. Let's watch this. Let's watch this man being held. This the one time. Well, not the one time. He hasn't crashed inside maybe 5 times this game. So right now, he does a little bit of what he's supposed to do. Outside arm is not free, but he's being held. They're not going to call it though, right? See how unfair this crap is? See how predetermined this crap is? But this stuff is real though, right? Oh, the NFL is real. Oh, and they're wearing shiny helmets. They have their numbers on their backs and their fronts of their jerseys. They have nice colors. It has to be real. Yeah, okay. Believe what you want. This stuff is as fake as can be. They're just running up the score and destroying a man's career, basically. Oh, but he's accurate now, huh? So he's gonna pick and choose when he's accurate. He's just gonna pick and choose when he's gonna throw the ball accurately, right? That's what we're gonna say. One of the most accurate guys ever. We're gonna say, oh, and look at how they play a coverage where they leave him wide open. Look at this. They leave a guy wide open. This isn't a defense that anyone would call, guys. Let's go, look at Richard Sherman jogging. He's letting him run, guys. This is a touchdown that they're letting happen. Look at Sherman not really go after him. They're letting him score or at least get close. Because it's all about numbers, guys. It's all about entertainment. Because if they really wanted to cover this, number 56 would have been running with him the whole time. If they really wanted to stop it, Sherman would have been on the top. Because they're in cover 3 right now. You know how I can tell? Because that's a strong safety. That's a free safety. He's in the middle. That's a corner, and this is another corner. They're not really trying to stop this because this corner is supposed to be over the top. You see where the safety is? All the corners are supposed to be at the same level, nothing behind you. See this corner? He's supposed to be over the top. But they left the seams wide open. The seams are in between the corner and the safety. Right on this hash and right on this hash. Or numbers. In this case, it's the numbers because of how wide they are. And on these numbers, that's the seam. And they attack the seams. Sherman has been playing corner for 20 years. He knows better than this. At me as a safety, I'm screaming at him like, dude, what are you doing? Because he should be like over here on top of this guy. This guy shouldn't be anywhere where he is at all. And this guy, that's not even him to take. He's got the curl to flat. So this guy, he's got this zone over here. This guy's got the middle. Same thing, curl to flat. Well, actually middle with them, two middles and then curl to flat. This guy's got deep third. Middle third. So they just did this on purpose, man. They let this guy catch this, and then look at him jog. They're letting him score, and then he half-ass jumps on his back and helps him in. He basically helped him in. They probably didn't score because he probably sat down first, but they're going to score either way. And he runs it in. Whatever. We know this crap is fake. They're going for two, like it's going to make a difference. Unless Vegas is going to cook up some type of close game for us. Alright, let's look at this. Let's look at how inaccurately he throws this ball. And we've seen him throw this how many times? How many times have we seen him? And off his back foot. Look at how he throws off his back foot. There's no reason for him to do this, guys. Watch this. So right now, he throws off his back foot on purpose. Off balance when he doesn't have to. And why? What is he doing? He's looking inside. You're not supposed to look inside. Run your route. He's not even running his route properly. And now he turns and pivots the wrong way. You're supposed to turn to your left and open up that way. So he opens up towards us, turns towards his right, opens up towards us, and then goes out. Let's watch it. Oh, actually, he went the right way, but he just didn't catch it. And the ball was thrown behind him. So he opened up the right way. The correct way, I should say. So he opens up to his left, but the ball is thrown behind him. The ball was supposed to be over here, and he's expecting it to be over there, and it wasn't. He did it on purpose, guys. That's why Adams was so surprised. When the ball got to him, notice like how he flinched? Look at him, how he like... See how he like shifts his whole body almost in a flinching motion? Because he's not used to that. Rodgers is so accurate. Rodgers is so accurate that he is not used to a ball being so poorly thrown. His body never gets shifted like that ever. It's always where it needs to be. So I'm telling you guys, he threw this on purpose off target. Like, I can't really explain it any better than that. Like, he did this off target. His balance was off. The way he threw the ball was off. Like, everything. The velocity of it. The placement of it. Just everything about it, guys. He's throwing this game. I think he's been throwing these playoff games on purpose. Sorry to tell you, to all you Packers fans. Look at this. Look at him floating this ball up with no care in the world. And then the defense, they got Richard Sherman jogging again. Look at it, look at it. Look at Sherman, guys. Look at Sherman acting like he's running his hardest, but he's jogging. That is so fake, guys. Now all of a sudden they can get all these yards and all these points, right? All of a sudden they couldn't do this all game now until the fourth. Let's make it interesting. It's the NFL. Meaning not for long. Alright, let's see this guy. Let's watch this end. Crash. He went upfield correctly for once. They did a little twist, a late twist. Is he going to throw it? Yep. Dude's probably going to be open. Yep. We already know they're going to let Rodgers come back a little bit. They're going to lose, but they're going to make it interesting. They weren't going to let Rodgers have no points. They're going to let him do his thing a little bit. They should have just gone for one if they just went for one that time. Like, it makes no sense. I don't get these going for two situations. Like, when do you decide to do this and not to do it? That's what shows you that it's fake. Like, they're just doing it for the numbers to make sure that they can't come back. Now they got to go for 2 twice instead of just kicking it all 3 times. It's kind of annoying. It's like they can see the future, but they really can't. That's pass interference on purpose. Why did you grab him, though? Let's watch this. Watch this guy. Why did you do that to him? Because they had to give up the first down. Look at him. He's fighting with him. Still fighting with him, guys. He's fighting with him the whole time. And then look, he does that. Like, dude, like you didn't do anything. Dude, you did this. We're watching you. You're on film. We're literally watching you fight with him the whole time. Watch. Fights with him. Fights with him. Fights with him. Fights with him. Still fighting with him. Ball is coming and you're still fighting with him. But you're arguing with the ref because... I don't get it, man. Look at it. All right, let's watch this. He's fighting. You're fighting with him. You got your hand on his face. You're holding him. You're still holding him. You're looking at the ball coming, and you're still pushing him. Why are you arguing? Are we that deluded? Are we that, like, naive? Are we that just, like, so far gone that we can't see when we're wrong? That you completely held him. Like, what are you even disputing? Like, I can't believe that he's arguing like he didn't do anything. Like, I can't believe that. Like, come on, man. I understand being competitive, but like, this, when you're wrong, you're wrong. All right. So this DN doesn't even do anything. He sits there. This DN goes right in, and then they get him right on the middle. So yeah, they just let him right in. They probably wanted him to stop because they want Rodgers to score one more time. Let them get this field goal, but let Rodgers score so it's like a 10-point game. Make it look like it was a good game, but it wasn't. This one looked weird. Whoa, they shifted that one, guys. Oh my God, they shifted this one. Bro, this one was off. He kicked it this way, guys, and it got pulled that way. I'm going to slow this one down. I never noticed that. This one got pulled in. This one was for points. All right, let's watch this. Watch. Kicks it. It's going left. That one was off, and it got shifted at that point. I need you guys to look at this. Right at this point, it gets shifted right there. Watch. It gets shifted right at this point, right there. Oh my God. I can't believe I never noticed that. It got pulled away. Right here. It gets pulled right at that point. It gets pulled. I can't believe I never noticed that. Wow. So there's a reason they did that. So I guess Rodgers is going to score and make it 27-37. Wow. I can't believe I never noticed that. Takes the sack and is at a fumble. So why is he just taking sacks when he has guys open? Like, you got a guy right there, you got a guy right there, and then he'd just rather take the sack. But somehow the NFL is real. Like, I just don't get it, man. Like, I really just don't. 4th and 13. Both DNs crashed inside, and they just left him wide open, guys. Whoa, why is he running backwards? What is he doing? He's scaring me doing that. I thought he was going to run back and not get the first. Like, that would have been very upsetting. He probably would have had to get traded if he did that. Alright, so right now he just heaves it up. Is he just giving this to the other team? Yeah, he just threw that one up. Damn, guys. He just threw this game. Yeah, look at how he throws this. He's not really putting his whole heart into it. If you go watch other tapes of him throwing the deep ball, he does not look like that. There's no, like, pride in it. Like, I can see it. That's not his throwing motion when he's, like, on fire and he knows he's gonna win. He has a certain type of swagger and flame to him that he's not showing right now, guys, because he's supposed to lose this game. And that's just what it is. The NFL isn't real. It's not what it used to be. Actually, never was what we thought it was. Because the only thing is, we were all younger, so we thought it was a game that it was supposed to be. But when you grow older, you realize it isn't. So it's just what it is, man. Don't bet on these games. Don't use it. Just use it to buy the time, you know. Spend time with it and just watch it for what it is. It's a game, and that's all it is. Don't get in fights with it, over it. Don't get mad at people over it. Don't feud over it. Like, it's just not worth it, man. Just be on the right side of the gambling with it, man. Use the gematria to your advantage, and just be safe. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe if you like this content. And other than that, be safe, guys.